word Magyar is Hungarian and is used to describe someone from Hungary. In the 1920s, Magyars were drawn to New Brunswick by employment opportunities at local factories, and Hungarians comprised a significant part of the population in New Brunswick. To serve the banking needs of this growing community, a group of Hungarian businessmen formed the Magyar Building and Loan Association in 1922. The Magyars were known for their thriftiness and their hard work. In fact, many of the local factories actively sought out Hungarians to join their workforce.
A lot of companies here in this area recognized the hard work ethic that the Hungarian community had. The most prominent being Johnson & Johnson, and Johnson & Johnson actually helped import a number of Hungarians to work in their factories down on George Street, and they did that for years and years.
Magyar's first known address was 3 Elm Row, New Brunswick, and was most likely the residence of one of its founding members. Much like Magyar Bank today, the Magyar Building and Loan Association's officers and directors were civic and business leaders and had strong ties with the community.
You know, the Hungarian community was always very involved in the community that they lived, and Magyar has kind of adopted that relationship and that philosophy.
It's very important that we serve our community, and it's a whole strategy.
Magyar Building and Loan started with $3,000 in deposits and had 110 members when it first opened. The 1920s were a prosperous period for the country and for Magyar, and by the end of the decade, the bank surpassed $500,000 in total assets. But the end of the 1920s also brought the stock market crash of 1929 and foreshadowed a decade of challenges that no one could have ever foreseen.